Most people think feeding a family from a backyard means planting a few tomatoes in spring and hoping for the best. That's not a system. That's a hobby. What actually works is something quieter, something that runs in the background of your life without demanding constant attention. And it starts with understanding that a backyard isn't just space. It's a renewable resource you're probably underusing right now. The difference between someone who grows food occasionally and someone who actually reduces their grocery bill by hundreds of dollars every year comes down to one thing. They stopped thinking in seasons and started thinking in cycles. A cycle means something is always producing, always maturing, always ready. That's what this system does. It turns your yard into a place that feeds you in March, feeds you in July, and feeds you in November without requiring you to become a full-time gardener or quit your job. The first thing you need to accept is that you don't need a farm. You don't even need a big yard. What you need is a plan that layers different types of crops so that when one finishes, another is already halfway grown. In my experience, most people fail, not because they lack space, but because they plant everything at once, harvest it all in the same 2 weeks, and then spend the rest of the year buying groceries like nothing ever happened. That's not a system. A system means staggered planting. It means putting in lettuce every 3 weeks from early spring through fall so you're never without greens. It means planting potatoes in spring and sweet potatoes in summer so you have storage crops for winter. It means dedicating one bed to perennials like asparagus or rhubarb that come back every year without replanting. These aren't complicated plants. They're some of the easiest things you can grow. But because they don't produce in the first season, people skip them. That's a mistake. Perennials are the foundation of any long-term food system because they give you something every year without starting over. Now, let's talk about what actually feeds a family. It's not herbs. It's not flowers. It's calories. Potatoes, beans, squash, corn if you have the space. These are the crops that matter when you're trying to eat from your yard and not just garnish a salad. A single 20-foot row of potatoes can give you 40 to 60 pounds of food. You can store them in a cool, dark place for months. That's real food. Winter squash is even better. Plant it in late spring, let it sprawl over the summer, harvest it in fall, and it sits on a shelf in your garage until February without refrigeration. You're not just growing something fresh to eat that week. You're growing something that stretches across months. Beans are the same. Dry beans, not green beans. Let them mature on the plant. Pull them when the pods are brown and rattling. Shell them and store them in jars. You've just made protein that lasts a year or more. This is what food security actually looks like. It's not exotic. It's not Instagram-worthy. It's boring, reliable crops that keep your family fed when groceries are expensive or supply chains are unpredictable. The second part of this system is succession planting. And this is where most people get lost because they think it's complicated. It's not. Succession planting just means you plant the same crop multiple times, so you're harvesting it continuously instead of all at once. Take lettuce. If you plant a whole bed of lettuce in April, it's all ready in June. You eat salad for 2 weeks, and then it's gone. But if you plant a new row every 3 weeks from April through September, you're picking fresh lettuce from late May all the way into November. Same effort, totally different result. This works for carrots, beets, radishes, turnips, any fast-growing crop. The trick is to think small and often instead of big and once. You're not trying to grow enough lettuce to feed the neighborhood. You're trying to grow enough to keep your family eating from the yard as many weeks as possible. That's the shift. Now let's talk about space, because people always assume they need more than they have. A family of 4 can grow a meaningful percentage of their vegetables in 3 or 4 raised beds, each one 4 feet by 8 feet. That's roughly 100 square feet of growing space. You're not feeding yourself entirely off that, but you're covering greens, root crops, beans, squash, and tomatoes for a solid portion of the year. If you have more space, add more beds. If you don't, work with what you have. I've seen people grow food in a 10 by 10 section of their yard and still cut their grocery spending noticeably. The key is density and planning, not size. Use vertical space for beans and cucumbers. Tuck lettuce under taller plants. Interplant fast crops like radishes with slow ones like tomatoes, so you're harvesting the radishes before the tomatoes even need the room. This isn't guesswork. It's just basic use of space. And once you see it work, you start finding space everywhere. Soil matters more than most beginners realize, but you don't need to overthink it. If your soil is hard and clay-heavy, don't fight it. Build raised beds and fill them with a mix of compost, peat moss or coconut coir, and vermiculite or perlite. That gives you loose, workable soil that drains well and holds nutrients. If your native soil is decent, just add compost every season. Soil gets better the longer you use it if you're adding organic matter. That's one of the few things in gardening that actually gets easier with time. Fertility comes from compost, not chemicals. You don't need synthetic fertilizer to grow food. You need decomposed plant matter. And you can make that yourself from kitchen scraps and yard waste. A simple compost bin in the corner of your yard turns garbage into soil in 6 months. Every banana peel, every eggshell, every handful of leaves is fertility you're not buying. Watering is the other big one. Most people either underwater or overwater, and both kill plants. The goal is consistent moisture, not flood and drought. A soaker hose on a timer solves this. Set it to run early in the morning for 30 minutes and you're done. No standing there with a hose. No guessing. If you're serious about feeding your family long-term, irrigation isn't optional. It's the difference between a system that works and one that depends on you remembering to water every day. Let's talk about what happens in winter because that's where this system really proves itself. Most people stop gardening in fall and assume the yard is dead until spring. That's 6 months of lost production. Cold-hardy crops like kale, collards, spinach, carrots, and leeks grow right through winter in most of the U.S. If you plant them in late summer, they slow down when it's cold, but they don't die. You're still harvesting fresh greens in January while everyone else is buying lettuce shipped from California. That's not luck. That's planning. If you're in a truly cold climate, a simple hoop house or cold frame extends your season even further. These aren't expensive or complicated. Some PVC pipe and greenhouse plastic will protect plants down into the 20s. The return on investment is absurd when you're eating homegrown food in the middle of winter. The long game here is reducing dependency. Every head of lettuce you grow is one you didn't buy. Every jar of dried beans is protein you're not paying $4 a pound for. Over a year, that adds up to hundreds of dollars. And over 5 or 10 years, it becomes a real hedge against rising food costs. But more than that, it's reliability. You know exactly where your food came from. You know it wasn't sprayed with anything you didn't choose. You know it's fresh. That peace of mind is worth more than the money. This system doesn't require you to change your life. It requires you to set it up once, maintain it weekly, and let it run. It's not about working harder. It's about working in cycles, planting in layers, and building something that keeps producing long after the initial effort is done. That's what makes it sustainable. That's what makes it real.